All right, we want to make the most of the time you have with us this morning, even if it's just for a few minutes. So let's get you in the know, and let's do it right now. We start with the Manatee County School Board delaying the plan to arm teachers until next year. The board met last night and couldn't reach an agreement, so they tabled the topic until April 23rd. The district already has armed guardians right now who patrol schools with no law enforcement authority. The governor's removal of a Broward County sheriff is heading to the state's high court now. Governor Ron DeSantis suspended Sheriff Scott Israel earlier this year for his department's handling of the Stoneman Douglas shooting, saying Israel failed to keep children safe. But a lawsuit says the governor wasn't right in suspending him. That's now headed to the Supreme Court. And in Tallahassee, the House passed the felon voting rights bill this week with a few tweaks. It says felons have to finish their sentences and pay any fines and fees before their voting rights can be restored. But ex-felon advocates say court costs and fees should not be a part of the new bill. And if you want cheaper prescriptions, you might be calling Canada in the very near future here in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis is pushing for a bill that allows Floridians to buy cheaper drugs through Canada's import program. That bill will head to the House today. If approved, we could see cheaper prescriptions within the next couple of years. We'll let you know what happens there. And caught on camera, check this out. If you're not looking at your screens, please do now. This just absolutely brazen in broad daylight. Tampa police want to find these two women right here who are robbing houses. Brightside, Sarah Rosario is on Davis Island this morning with more on what neighbors are saying about these two women. Sarah, good morning.
Good morning to you, Rob. Pretty scary stuff here on Davis Island. People are definitely on alert here. Police say that these women are going door to door, home to home, looking through windows and just looking downright suspicious. If you take a look at some of the video here, check this out. You can see in a closer look here, the women are walking up to the houses. They're covering their faces, and police say that they need to find these women. Here's what's really scary. They're not working alone, is what police say. Police say these women are casing the neighborhood with two men who also may come to break in after the woman cased the home. A neighbor we spoke to tells us he knows it's happened at least once.
They found a safe was stolen. It was actually drugged right out of the house, and it was pretty spontaneous because there was no dolly or anything used. They saw the marks of the safe across the lawn, and they just threw it in a van.
Several neighbors say they have since upgraded their own security systems because of this. Again, they remain on alert, and police are saying if you know anything about this, you're asked to call them.
All right, Sarah, thank you. That is Sarah Rosario live on Davis Island for us this morning. Today is the last day on the job for Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen and Acting Deputy Secretary Claire Grady. A senior administration official says the White House is frustrated by the agency's inability to implement the president's immigration policies. President Trump said he will not reinstate the family separation policy from last year, but he did say he thinks it was effective.
If you get rid of catch and release, chain migration, visa lottery, you have to fix the asylum situation. Once you don't have it, that's why you see many more people coming. They're coming like it's a picnic, because let's go to Disneyland.
The president will head to Texas today, where he'll attend a pair of fundraisers and hold roundtables with some of his supporters. It's his second visit to a border state in the past few days as he shakes up his immigration team. Lori Loughlin can now add money laundering to her long list of crimes in this college admission scandal, allegedly. The Full House star, Aunt Becky, is among 33 parents involved in a scam to pay their kids' way into elite schools across the country. 12 of those parents pleaded guilty already in the city of Boston, including Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman. And Texas Tech is getting on board with a Trump administration resolution, which essentially calls for universities to end the practice of affirmative action. Texas Tech says it will no longer consider race on med school applications.